Good morning. Good morning. And as you could see from that opening page, that it is absolutely a beautiful sunshiny morning here in Port Elliot, South Australia. I'm Rosboundy Psychic Medium, bringing to you the Daily Lenormand card spread as a reading. And it is just a general reading, so you need to tap into your psychic senses, your spiritual connection, the angelic realm, whatever you need to do to connect into receiving your own messages individually, personally, get used to and practicing that is, what way are you getting those signs, symbols, messages from the other realms? Good morning, Rena. See you've popped in already. Lovely to see you here. We're not going to hang about just waffling on. We are going to the cards. So do remember this is a card spread reading that is not doing the card pulls individually for those who are coming in a little late and for the first time. And for those who are here on replay, g'day again. Here we go. We're at the card spread. So I usually do read the owl card first, and I've pulled one of them out of I think there's about 38 cards in this deck. Be bold or italic, never regular. So we do get repeats, but it's lovely to have the reminders. And this is why I like this single connection with what are the cards. So we are being reminded to be ourselves, be individuals, and really connecting in with ourselves as well, getting to learn a bit more of who we are. Right, we are using the Gilded Reverie deck. I haven't put that close enough. I was taking the photo. So it's Ciro Marchetti's Gilded Reverie Lenormand, and excuse me, I'm using the expanded edition. So I need my coffee, I think. I haven't had my first coffee yet. So here we go with the 5 cards in the spread. What we have is the bridges in the home space, and as you can tell, it's card 38, so it is one of them from that expanded section of this deck. So bridges in the home space, we have the scythe in our workspace. We've got the rider as the unexpected card. It is clouds as our role. And we have the mice as the outcome, and that brings it together as that central position. Interesting space for the mice. But anyway, let's go. The bridge is in the home space. It's decisions that are needing to be made. Good morning, Sarah. Just noticed your comment there. Lovely to have you with us this morning as well. And loving that Reiki manual too. Here we go with bridges, decisions. You can go across a bridge one way or the other. So it depends which side you're on, where you want to be. Do you want to progress further to the next bridge? Do you want to just cross from one side to the other? Or do you want to just spend the time perusing what is below, what is above from that central position, that beautiful vista that might be there from that little, the midway point, so that you can really consider, or is that where you are actually at the moment with a big decision? I do figure that this one is actually one of those cards that indicates, or that the energy around it today indicates something that's going to be a bigger decision rather than just, you're automatically moving through your day and making those little choices. This one feels to me like there is a big decision that's needing to be made today. So take your time in making it, but know that you can be either way, either or. You can go back instead of going fully forward if you want to. It depends where you're at on the bridge at the moment. And look, if you can leave it until the next time where there might be the opportunity further along, as far as, another day, another week. It is a choice that's going to need to be made at some point. So I find that most things are better done today than left tomorrow. But sometimes it is wise to sleep on it. So that's what I'm getting here. Take that time to contemplate, really enjoy the view, enjoy the experience while you're in that process. And that is in the home space. So something around your family, your home, that's going to be needing to be thought about, at least looked at and contemplated today. Decisions can still be made, though, from that space. Good morning, Tiffany. Hi there, Tiffany. Yes, and Nat. Good morning to you, Nat. Lovely to have you all here. With the side in the workspace, what I felt with this one as I saw this laid down was the fact, normally I'd say it's harvest, but in this case for the work today, what I'm feeling is it's more that preparation, getting ready for the next flow of what is going to be a harvest. But my senses are actually giving me weeding, getting rid of what you don't need anymore. That's in that, you know how you sometimes, when you're gardening and you're planting out little itty bitty seeds like carrots and beetroots and things like that, and you need to thin them out as you go to allow the strongest to grow. That's what I'm feeling with this card here today. I feel that there's some things that you've got on the go, that there's some of that in your work that doesn't need to be continued, that can be weeded out. So put the energy into that and you'll gain that extra oomph in, seeing the progress once the next things that are given space have more room to grow and mature into what you're going to harvest, what's going to be the end product. Okay, so it's a little bit of finessing and choosing. Again, it's decision making. And a lot of, there is the resources around to do that and, know what the right decision will be. Good morning, Narelle. Lovely to have you here. So, the messenger here, the rider, as that unexpected, is going to be the messenger that have an awareness through your day that the messenger is probably going to bring those little messages or the signs that are going to show you what might be that needs weeding out, or that needs to be looked at in a different way to give you that next step in contemplation, deciding, bringing those choices to a bigger fruition. So open your heart, open your mind, open your connection to spirit. There's so much potential ahead. Because I always see that with this rider card, because we're at that start of the journey. So there's something that's going to give you a message to start off something new, is what I'm feeling. So it's taking that step with these decisions, which one to weed out, which way to go, back or forward, in the bridges one. Our role with the clouds, there's always so much that we can look at with this, because it in general, it's a moody one, because it's that is bringing us from more a darkness into a light. So there's something that within ourselves is going to start to shine out and suggest, yes, here, look, take flight, move forward out of, well, it's almost a doldrums or a depression or something like that, but it's cloudiness. I think it's just the uncertainty of which way that we're going to be moving yet, and it's going to gain that clarity as we move along. We are, even you are going to be able to see that better picture, the clearer picture, as the day moves on, to be able to make these choices with much more clarity and be able to fly with it, because this here in this corner is the birds taking flight. So we see them here. I see a shadow of these birds in the clouds. You know how you can make out figures and things in the clouds sometimes? It's just starting to form in that bird shape, and it's going to take flight. So those decisions are already starting to be formed, and by the end of the day, you'll have that clarity and they'll fly free. This is your role, your responsibility for the day today, to see that, to open up to what messages you're getting, to guide you to take that flight. And in that respect too, to be you. Don't worry about what other people's opinions are. This is your role, you being you, and taking that forward in the, bringing the light to what could be some tricky situations and decisions, maybe. Okay. And that's also here in the central with the mice, the outcome that we're going to have. It's just so much to choose from. Here are the mice. Gluttony galore, because they're just taking advantage of what is a lot of resources, a lot of food, and things to share. So with that, I mean, I know technically the mice card is about theft, thievery, and sneakiness behind backs and all sorts of things like that. It's, being aware of that, yes, but we have plenty to be able to share. bring it out into the open here like the clouds are. Say it for what it is and say, look, let's share and do and create even more abundance to make more to share elsewhere. And by the end of the day, I do think there's going to be a little more care rather than this, swinging on that last thread type of factor, or jumping from that jug into the milk pot, or, all sorts of things, activities happening here. We've got so much choice, and it really is going to bring it down to honing it in on what do we ourselves want from this, from the pantry of resources. I'm saying pantry because it is food there, but we have so much in our field to work with, and we've got so much to look at and really contemplate and say, hey, we've got a lot of choices to make, but it's not too onerous. It really is just taking that one step at a time in moving forward and really being us in that process. Be you. So that's what I'm getting from that spread of cards. See what you think as you've moved through with me in that reading. What did you feel at each particular card and each particular home base? Whether you felt more of a pull towards your work compared to your home. Whether you felt that you really wanted to ride off with the rider and start that new journey straight away because a little idea popped into your head that you did actually receive a direct message. There's so much that we can read into our card readings every morning. Each of us unique, each of us bold, italic, whatever we are. Be that you and ride with it so that you are actually bringing to the world who you are in your uniqueness, in that one part of the puzzle piece that we are in humanity. Each of us does matter. So I'm going to leave it there for you to contemplate further. Thank you for joining me again for the daily Lenormand card spread readings. And I am just going to pop up my 2 websites there. Have a look, see if you need a bit of extra help. There is availability there for that opportunity. Just I do the prepay because I've been caught out before. So that is the factor, but certainly with that, I get the receipts and message, and we negotiate how we're going to do it. Whether it's a reading, whether it's a Zoom meeting for a session, just as a healing session even, or hypnotherapy. Have a look, see what you think. Now, just go back and say that, because I started seeing the thank yous, and thank you, Sarah. It is a perfect start to a day, isn't it? And blessed day to each and every one of you. From Sarah and from Nat, thank you, thank you, thank you. And we have Rena saying thank you, and also Narelle. So there you go. Today, the cards are true for you today. Taking your life and living your better me. Yes, that's wonderful to hear. Thank you for sharing that. And, of course, keep being the best you that you can be, each and every one of you. And until tomorrow, namaste.